Okay, once more, Ned Speaks, Ned Burgos. This is basically a Star of David. Get behind this camera. And let's see, I get the other glasses because these I can't see through. I decided to boil it down to even closer to just what David left here on this earth, which is just a star like that, outline. This circle with the line in the middle is the word for spirit in Greek. The Greek say it as theta, theta. So this is the top triangle. This is the one that leads to the bottom. You need space to contemplate, time to gather experience. That strengthens the mind. You need matter and energy to form the body. You basically stand in the middle. You're in the middle, your heart. When you have a voice, we all do. When we speak, we should speak from the heart. Perhaps there's a secret. I think I got it off the camera. This might be the secret of the word, because the purest heart there is Jesus Christ, and the most powerful. So when he speaks from the heart through his voice, and that was given to disciples, there's a lot of wisdom to be gathered from it. I just got this when I was 20 years old. That's 1970 for you guys. I was born in 1950. And it would not leave my forehead. Basically did like this and stuck there. And I only had the top triangle. But as time went by, I formalized my emblem that you guys are probably used to seeing. Gradually, it formed this. And, you know, astrology and all that, I kind of got into. And so I knew that it was a spirit. This is spirit. And we're in the middle of this duality of physical body and mental form or mental ability. And so for me, I'm a musician, so that's what I thought of, of course. But, this is what it ended up being, is my vocals, like the voice, is in the middle. Everyone, even a child, has a voice. And I've heard children singing songs that they themselves create, and that comes out of the voice. So, my children are grandchildren are all musical, so they come up with songs and words and stuff. Of course, my foundation is guitars, and I look to the left, which I love woodwinds, and percussion was given to me at the age of 6. So age of 6, age of 7, in 1967, I grabbed the harmonica. Well, I came across one. The harmonica, I've kept going on it, and I never stopped. My songs, of course, I have a place to put my vocals, that kind of thing. But in reality, all you need is some sort of framework. And this is the framework which the Star of David, he left it behind, or someone did, someone that knew basic truths. And all I did was fill in my stuff. But if you're an engineer, that's your thing. If you like to do something else and some other activity, you have 3 things that you can do. Of course, you use your mind. And in order to use your mind, you need space to contemplate and time to gather experience. And that's action there. This is more like devotion or contemplation, basically, is the way I look at it. But you still need to form the body, so you need matter, and you need energy to move the matter, to form the matter. And we use a water system, which is the body. You need water, and it moves the particles around. In a sense, that is energy, a type of energy, to move these material particles to form this body. However, there's something more to it. Through space and time, you know yourself better. You use the mind, and what's in your mind will be manifested in your body. I'm not a bricklayer, so my body is not that of one. I'm a musician, so I tend to be light, flimsy, that kind of thing. Not very strong, but strong enough to do my art, and free enough. My body weighs 135 pounds. Average. I might go up to 140, 130 down at low level. But that is what I need to gather my speed when I play music. When I play the guitar or the flute, either one, I'm very fast at it. The piano is a different thing. It comes from my percussive abilities, percussion. And that was left to me at the age of 6. And at the age of 7, I just bought a flute, a 10-cent flute. I found out that it's called a recorder. But that is the basics of my woodwinds, where my aunt was the basics of my percussion. And of course, my guitar work. My dad made guitars. I watched him from the age of 5. And my mom also played guitar. They both sang. So I was very interested in guitar. And when Hendrix came out and Clapton came out, those two blew my mind. I just got better and better at it. Of course, my hands were growing, and it wasn't until I was about 10 that I was able to manage, some kind of guitar really well. And my first really, wood shedding guitar, I bought 2 of them, was Fender Mustang. It's only 20-inch scale. The Paul Reed Smith is 25-inch scale. The guitars I normally play, my brother guitars, mine are all 25.5-inch scale, except for the PRS. My non-vibrato bar is Jennifer, and she's like a Les Paul type, 24.75-inch scale. So that's how that works. Basically, that's it. I just wanted to boil it down, and I didn't get too much sleep, or not too much rest, because this was all weighing heavy on my mind. That I had to explain the Star of David to this world. And now, in this age, we have computers, and we have a way to get the word out. I'm not famous. I've never been recognized as some all-knowing person, but I do have an intimate relationship with Jesus Christ, the one that came all the way down here, and he being the creator of all this, he still came down here and paid for it. And this creep, Lucifer, was a traitor to his father, which is Yahweh, and he took by force a third of his angels, actually, by conniving and by cheating and by lying and deceiving. He got those angels to follow him. He also came down to this plane here and had sex in a physical form with women. So, the angels are pretty powerful. So they have abilities that we don't have. But an angel's duty is to take care of mankind, not this creep. He wants to take care of himself, and in very egotistic kind of ways. He actually barged in to the Father's realm, his kingdom, and wanted to sit on his throne. Basically, if you read the Bible or if you hear about it, you'll know that he thought of himself as prettier, greater, smarter, all that, and that he deserved to sit on that throne. Well, how can a creation like Lucifer tell the Creator that he has the right to sit on the Creator's throne? This is a creep. That's what I call him, a creep. Beyond that, he thinks he's Lord of all. He talks about it. Bhagavad Gita, he designed like 2,500 different religions stemming out of India. Out of China came not physical things, just luck. Like throw some sticks and one's shorter, and whoever gets a short end of the stick, or a short stick, you know, that's what will decide your fate. You know, that kind of thing is China. Hindus are more into deities and deities, however you want to pronounce that. And that's what they came up with, Krishna, Hare Krishna. Just by saying his name, you're supposed to get what you. And there, they say there's Bhagavad Gita. It says that there's a cow, wish-fulfilling cow, Kamadena, something like that. I'm not sure about that. But these are deceitful lies meant to just take you away, take your mind off of the truth. You know, if you dwell in the truth long enough, you're bound to figure it out. That David Starr, and my son, my firstborn is David, and my wife and I planned his name. You know, we named him David before he was born, and then we named his little brother Michael, and they're both David and Michael. So it's a little bit of story about me, and I'm just trying to do my part. Of course, I love my music. You know, it's probably blaring out in the background. It started out with chimes. Now, you know, Melissa, I can't get that girl to stop doing this crazy stuff, but she's a frantic little girl, and my favorite guitar. Yeah, this is Melissa. This is my most played upon guitar. About 16 years now. I have the same frets. Can you believe that? Huh? As much as I've played, this guitar has been with me, and this guitar was pretty much known in Florida for its awesome tones. It's a chamber guitar. I learned about chambering from Alan Holdsworth. Ed Carvin also did some research on chambering. Of course, Alan Holdsworth didn't want to see the holes. He wanted chambers, but he wanted a top and a back. So you can't tell that his guitars are wholly inside. Those are my vibrato bar guitars. There's 3 of them. And so basically, this is my identity. You should not copy this, because this is me, all right? Make your own thing. What is your foundation, right? What does your mind think about? Spend time doing your mind. You spend time doing it, you contemplate, you view things in your mind, you look at things that you like, that attract you, right? That's all part of the mind. Now, if you're a bricklayer or somebody that likes to show off his body and muscularness and all that, of course you're going to concentrate on matter and energy drinks, eating the right type of things, and your body will form that which is in your mind, because that's what you want it anyway. Your body follows your mind. Your mind is in charge. Your heart is in charge of all of it. So when Jesus speaks, he's a spirit, a supreme being, and he has a heart too. We're created in his image. However, when he speaks from a point of source, a point of the creator. So as a creator, his words are going to have much more impact. And that's why they call him the Word. Yahweh is the I am, the great I am that I am. That's his Father. And Yeshua, the Son, Yahweh, Yeshua. These are Hebrew. I found out I was I have heritage. My heritage is Jewish. I didn't know that. I thought I was Puerto Rican or Puerto Rican. You know about that. You're aware of that little bit of humor that I have. Because I come to the United States and I learn the English language, but they can't even pronounce where I'm from, Puerto Rico, or what nationality, Puerto Riqueño. They cannot, for the life of them, pronounce Puerto Riqueño, so they say Puerto Rican. Well, that sounds like Puerto Rican, Puerto Rican, Puerto Rican, Puerto Rican, Puerto Rican. So I kind of coined that phrase there, and I am portable. I own no car, no bicycle, no yacht, no limousines. I own nothing. You know, I'm in the back of a church. What I do own are my instruments, and that's guitars, my woodwinds, and my percussion. I used to have drums. I always had drums for the drummer, but not anymore. I just can't do it. I'll be 72 in July 13th. So I got to take care of myself. The other thing about me is that I did study astrology, and my mom is Aries, and what I'm about is business and honor. That's my Libra. That's an air sign. This is fire. Air, water. I was born into Cancer, the house, the marriage and partnerships house, and I love partnerships, and I still married to my wife. She died, but I will never marry again. And my personality is like my father, Capricorn. It's my rising sign, that's what they call it. Basically, my first son is Scorpio, and which is a fixed sign. And my second boy is Virgo, another fixed sign. So this one is friends, social life, luck. That's my eldest. And the youngest is travel and intellectual affairs. What I found out about intellectual affairs is exactly what I'm doing. I'm speaking to everyone that wants to hear me through travel. My word travels. I'm no longer Puerto Rican. I have two torn ligaments from landscaping and roofing. So I can't really mobilize my body around that much. That kind of travel ceased. I'm no longer the Puerto Rican in such a sense of being physically portable. Now it has to be through the travel of words, concepts, and ideas, and music, and that kind of thing, through camera and through audio equipment. Okay, well, that's basically it. So my home house is my mom. I have a living home, my mom. I don't have a house. I don't have a huge mansion. No, my mom has always been my home. That's how I am. And I do look for, Libra is the air sign. It's the scales of balance. Well, the scales of balance for me would be business and honor, in my business of music. However, this world is, run by the landlord. The landlord does whatever he wants to with this realm. He's a creep. I tell you, he's a traitor first. He's supposed to be aligned with Yahweh, the highest, the Father of Yeshua, Jesus. But he's not. He's a traitor. That gets me ticked off. Because his duty as an angel is to take care of us. He doesn't look out for us. Look at all the wars and bombs and tanks and all his freaking ideas. He's not a creator, He can only manipulate what has already been created, which is by the Word, Jesus Christ. He's the Word. He created all this. Then he comes down here, and he had all his goons, let's call them goons, the ones that helped Satan, help him do his bidding. They do his bidding for him, So they have people just being very destructive, murder, lies, killing, mutilating. I mean, it just goes on. Oh, well, he does whatever he wants to with this realm because he thinks it is his realm. See? He even offered it to Jesus on his way up, ascending to the Father, the kingdom, his kingdom, where he came from. And, of course, Jesus said, I'm going back home, you know. I'm not going to kiss your feet, and I'm definitely not going to worship you. That's what Satan wanted. All right, so you can see this creep, what he's done to this realm. Huh? Can you see that? I hope you can. Because this creep's got to go. Now, at one time I said, oh, you know, Father, great Father, you know, I know you run the army of angels and stuff. Why don't you give this guy you can create him? Why don't you just uncreate him, and then you save us all this grief and strife and torment? But no, he said lake of fire. So that's the way it is, lake of fire for him. God bless everyone.